Great to be here. Very good chat before. Really liked it. And to bridge the sessions, I think one of the points of view is actually if you think as a customer, not as a business. Customer wants to own customer. He wants to own himself. And it's one of the points why subscription model is taking over the world for the past many years. I wanted to look into customer experience in subscription from super classic concept from the 60s, which is still valid. A lot of marketers use it. 4 Ps. Yeah? Product, place, price, and promotion. And here's an example of a product. What product you think when you hear subscription? Most likely you think Netflix. Most likely you think Spotify. Most likely you think something digital inside your phone. But here you go, BMW. They introduced the concept of optional digital follow-up features. So you buy a car, it's a BMW. Right now, this is live in Belgium, and it is rolling out here and there in Europe. You buy the car with all the features pre-installed. So you do have your Android CarPlay or Apple CarPlay, you have your BMW maps, you have your car seat heaters, you have all of that stuff. But half of it is just locked, and you need to pay subscription to get it working. Yeah, it sounds cool with, for example, seat heating. You don't want to pay for it in summer, and yeah, it will not work in Dubai as a model for sure. But you will be happy to pay your 18 euros a month only during the cold Belgium winter, which is like from September to March, I think. And as a result, it feels like you pay less. But the fact is you paid for the thing when it was pre-installed in your car, right? I don't think BMW put it there for free for you. Next, product in subscription, and not Netflix. There is a legend that one boy was speaking about subscriptions and he didn't mention Netflix 5 times, he was never seen again. So you'll hear Netflix multiple times. Boxes. The thing is active here in Dubai. It has taken over US 10 years back, and it just becomes now just weird. These examples are from like the list of 100 curious subscription boxes in US. So how many of them, if you can select 100, and that 100 would be peculiar? Skull and Bones. You can get a monthly box of these. Most of the months. Somebody subscribes to that. Somebody pays for this monthly payment in installments. Somebody, not installments, just monthly payments, and somebody is expecting these things. Some happiness. A lot of boxes are around pets. Pet food, litter, or toys. Monthly, you get a new toy for your cat, dog, or any other animal of your choice. And this is one of the famous, to be honest, startups which grew from more or less nothing. It was called, like, I think around 7 years back, $1 Club. People with good eyesight can see a button, try for $9. So right now the site is still a dollar club, but it's already $9. That's inflation for you. They started with the concept of sending men a shaver every month for $1. It was a okay shaver. It lasted for 1 month. You just throw it out and you get next one for $1, which sounds like super happy story. But then you go into the area of upsell. Then you add to your monthly box some lotions, some perfumes, some other stuff. And right now the guys own huge multi-million audience to which they happily upsell electronic shavers, skincare, and even some clothes. And the same concept, you have boxes for socks, for underwear, for anything you can imagine. So again, the concept of subscription is cross-industry. And the thing is, experience should be continuous consumption. Whatever can be consumed, or not even consumed, expected by a customer on a recurrent basis, is okay for the subscription model. It can be any digital thing, and it's quite popular right now in B2B, as most of you being digital services here, I think, or even the brick and mortar services. You will still have your Microsoft subscription, you'll have your SAP subscription, you'll have your Oracle subscription. And B2C, if you actually just sit and calculate how much you spend on some recurrent stuff, believe me, it's not going to be those 30 dirhams you feel you're paying. You're paying hundreds and hundreds every month, just little by little to different services. And here examples. Shahid, biggest Arabic video on demand service for which I work. Spotify, music, Deliveroo. I thought that it's good that I didn't put Zomato icon because it should have magically changed to Talabat icon now. Congrats to Talabat. Patreon, which is a great concept of charity by subscription. A site where you can select any kind of cause, you can select creators, you can select a lot of people or services, and Patreon just charges your card on a monthly basis and sends this money to these people. That's it, taking their own small commission. Audible, audiobooks by Amazon, PlayStation Store, and even Twitter. Who knows this Twitter subscription thing which is going on for the past 2 weeks? Can you please raise hands? Cool, so I'll still tell it for the other half of the audience. So Elon Musk bought Twitter. He just felt so, and he bought it, because he can. And Twitter is not profitable from ads, despite the fact that it's a free social media. It hasn't been profitable for many years. And Elon Musk decided, I'll make Twitter a subscription business. First, he pitched the concept of $20 for a blue check mark. You pay $20 monthly for a blue check mark, verified account. Everybody who uses Twitter has seen this account. So like, you know this person is real. You know this person has confirmed that it is actually Stephen King or actually Elon Musk. The $20 concept was just met with hate. So as always, Elon Musk made it cheaper. Now, a week back, they rolled out you can subscribe to have a blue check mark for $8 a month. $7.99, obviously, because everything in subscription is $99. And also because iTunes billing works in this way. That's why everything is $99.99. And it was a storm of fake accounts created. A few George Bushes, a few Elon Musks, multiple pharma companies, the Ministry of Defense. A lot of people just created fake accounts and bought a verified checkmark for $8. One of the examples of this, how it led to big brand damage, is pharmaceutical company Eli Lilly. They are one of the biggest producers of insulin in US. So people with diabetes cannot survive without this drug. And this drug is super mega expensive compared to all the other countries or a lot of other countries in US. And some joker created an account, Eli Lilly official or something along these lines, and he tweeted, insulin is free now, congrats. The stock of Eli Lilly at that day dropped by $15 billion. It bounced back a bit, but still, the shareholders of Eli Lilly lost a lot of money. So, Twitter here is an example how subscription is a bad example, how subscription can be applied, because in this case, it's not a subscription for a service. It's something of verification, fake identity, which you can subscribe to. Some benefits for B2B and B2C in subscription. For B2B, affordable entry price, scalability, and some illusion of easy switch. Because obviously, when you are into any big B2B product, usually take it for years. The cost of change, of switch, is huge. For B2C, no commitment, obviously, except the recurring payments. And sharing, not owning, which is a big concept for millennials. And also, that's why a lot of experts say that subscription model takes over the world, because they don't want to buy apartments, they want to rent. They don't want to buy movies, they want to rent. And it works for a lot of people. Last point on the product. The retention of this product. So again, with subscription models, the main thing is the product needs to provide experience regularly. And if you take the App Store apps, there are categories where retention just good organically. Not all of them are subscription based. It's just the fact that people are using some apps more regularly than the others, some categories of the apps. And the 5 worst ones, so the best ones, comics, because it's niche and people who are into it, they just use it a lot. Shopping, news, and 2 different types of gaming. For the worst, medical, education, utilities, productivity, food and drink. So for the worst category, the trick how they apply subscription to their businesses, obviously not all of them, quite a few of them would be free or some would be only for transactional payments or microtransactions. But if some service, let's say lifestyle service, or a service of habit tracker, any kind of healthy living trackers, healthy eating trackers, they check their retention and they know that their monthly retention is mostly bad. People just churn in 3-4 months, most of the people, not all. But what they do, they pitch you annual with big discount. In this case, 50% discount on annual seems very nice. You see this offer, it's their focus pricing plan. You see it's obviously value for money, you need to buy it. But they lock you for longer retention than they would have locked you with monthly installments. So it's a bit of pricing and product mix. Place. With place in marketing mix, in subscription business, the question is not where, digital, offline, mix, hybrid, it's how often. It's a story, I think a person can be canceled for the story outside of GCC, but here I suppose it's safe to say, to tell it. So I'm arriving to work, and at car park, you know these guys at the malls who wash your cars, right? Or if you don't wash your car yourself. And I arrive at work, and on the car park, a guy comes and says, "Sir, do you want your car washed?" I'm saying, "No, I'm okay." And his next phrase is, "But it's a subscription." I'm like, "Okay, tell me." He says, "Okay, I'll be washing your car 3 times a week, every month, and it costs X." And the reason why I declined is because I have the same subscription at my residential address. So on our car park, also different guy gets money by subscription on monthly installments, exactly at the place where he can assure that the experience will be recurrent. It just happens every week. And that's why he is on way better place than the same professionals at the malls. They cannot make sure I'll come there every week. I cannot make sure I'll come there every week. But I park at home every week. I park at work every week. And the same services can be applied to any offline experience or service. Some company, Go Green, don't use my name, I'm not a referral, which can provide you not only car wash, but any other service. All of this is offline experience. And they apply subscription. You can order it weekly, monthly, the way you want it. Price. The concept of subscription in our heads, majorly, that it's cheap. So here you go, a subscription box with designer jewelry for 25 grand a quarter. They put Dior, Cartier, you name it. Nice brands in the box, but it costs $25K in a quarter. And the business, I thought this business concept would die quite soon. It's live for a year or so and apparently popular. Another thing about price in subscription. So with a small price, you're getting a concept of like microtransactions. I think it's clear for everybody that you pay big money. It's just in small parts. And that's why it doesn't hurt your customer experience, your experience of your customer that much, because he doesn't feel big payment. But how it happens? Netflix, again. Small monthly price, yeah? Which is average rate per paying revenue per paying user, ARPU, of a standard pack. Here in UAE, it's 39 dirhams. Average tenure of a user. They never made it public, but the talk of on a blog, they have around 6 to 4% of churn rate, which gives an average tenure, so how long you stay with the service, of around 25 months. It doesn't matter if it's 20 or 30, it's for example. And A times B equals almost 1,000 dirhams in customer lifetime. So just for your, let's say, home accounting, think how many shows you watched at Netflix and divide 1,000 dirhams by that number of shows. Like, is it the same as movie ticket or 3 times the price? And in my case, I'm subscribed to Netflix for more than 8 years. So it's like $1,000. I'm subscribed to like 5 subscription services, video subscription services simultaneously. And that's to my point of, you pay a lot, you just don't feel it with subscription. Promotion. This part of marketing mix and all the other parts of marketing mix apply to subscriptions exactly the same way they subscribe to non-recurrent transactions. So promotion, obviously, you also promote the benefits, you promote the value for money, you promote all the good stuff. But one of the things you need to make sure to promote is sticky behaviors. The things which push the tenure of your user longer. So again, Netflix. When you install Netflix, the first thing they're going to show you in their onboarding is you can download and watch offline. They don't show you the best shows. They don't show you the biggest originals they invest in. They tell you, take Netflix out of your house. Watch it on the go in your mobile when you commute to work. And in this case, they cover way more use cases than if they are just consumed in one environment. And it pushes retention. Their sales landing. You don't see Stranger Things as a big, big thing on top. You see it in a small example on the screen. Witcher, all the stuff everybody watches. They pitch, watch us on a big screen. Big screen for all VOD platforms is huge retention driver. So promoting the sticky behavior of consumption on multiple devices, and especially on a big device, for us is just our bread and butter. Again, downloads, multi-device, and kids. All parents, I suppose, know once you show Netflix to your kids, that's it, you will never cancel your subscription. A mix of promotion and the product itself. Shahid, first in MENA region, has launched so-called FAST channels. FAST stands for Free Ad-Supported TV, which means Shahid, just like, not just like all, like a few best platforms, has a lot of content. And we created our own virtual channels from this content. So on top of the stuff we have from NBC and other TV networks, we have 21 at the launch a month back and counting, right now it's more, channels, which just consist of content being stacked together. It's a comedy channel, it's an action channel, it's a channel for one great show, it's a channel for football documentaries, and you choose your thing and you watch it. Why it's important for video on demand? It's about the linear consumption and seamless customer experience. Because what disrupts any customer experience in digital service? Choice. Choice is our plug. It's the thing which kills everything. So, a lot of VOD services try to drive choice down as much as possible. Because if you don't have to choose, you just choose on your channel once, and then the show continues. You don't need to choose the next one. You don't need to decide what to watch tomorrow. It's going to be a new show on the same channel, and you're there. and promotion of this experience, linear consumption on a big screen, remember the next slide, is key for retention. Also, expanding the experience into other types of content. If you think video on demand, mostly you think series. Again, it was an era, like 10 years back, when mostly movie-driven video on demand services just started to pack series. They bought all the TV series, they started to produce originals, mostly series, and because people watch them continuously. It's continuous, sticky behavior. What else is sticky behavior? Sports. So you see quite a lot of video on demand services adding sports to their mix. It's cricket for Disney, which, by the way, they lost this year to another VOD service. Premier League, Football Premier League for Amazon Prime, and in this region it's Todd with Premier League and World Cup, and its stars play with Serie A. And Shahid with Saudi Premier League and WWE and Formula One and a lot of other sports. Apple bought exclusive rights for MLS, which is American Soccer League. That's how they call football up there. And promotion, in this case, benefits from the fact that they have something to promote regularly. Here is your next match. Here is your next tournament. Here is the next thing you're gonna watch again and again and again. It needs to be continuous, not in choice. You already chosen what you're gonna watch. We just help you watch it again and again. Through the deck, I've showed some metrics. To sum them up, churn rate, or as optimists call it, retention rate, because churn is basically 1 minus retention. Monthly recurring revenue, because one of the tricks with subscription, you usually know how much money you're gonna get next month and the month after that and the month after that, unless some big market change happens. ARPU, average revenue per user. Lifetime, the duration, how long the user stays with you. And the thing which all the businesses obviously track is cost of customer acquisition, but for us, the key is the ratio between LTV and cost of customer acquisition, because in any transaction which you can think of, your cost of acquisition should be in unit economics inside the transaction, right? But for us, the transaction happens, actual transaction, happens once when the customer pays first time, and then it's behind the curtains. It's just handled somewhere seamlessly. So LTV grows, but cost of customer acquisition is fixed. We acquired him once, at that point, when he inserted his credit card for the first time. And this ratio, obviously, makes the subscription model profitable. How to apply subscription model to your business? Unless you, by the way, who is in subscription business already? Who has some sort of subscription on their service? Not that much. So, even if you're in business of transactions, there is always some room for recurrent service or a recurrent purchase. A king of transactions, Amazon. A few years back, like 2 years back, they pushed a program, Subscribe and Save. On quite a few categories of mostly household goods, you can get from 5 to 15% discount if you choose to get it on recurrent basis. And one thing which Amazon has, which almost none video on demand or music or gaming service has, on Amazon, you control the frequency. So with any business, there is certain period when your good supposed to be consumed again. And you can hook a customer with discount or with extra benefit or with service or with something for a recurrent model. They have the benefits they pitch for sellers to participate in the program, and they say it pushes the loyalty of a customer up a lot, never disclosed any numbers, just like with a lot of other things Amazon does. But benefits for the user are clear. You get saving, you control the frequency, and it's super efficient. You just never run out of detergent or whatever. And that's it from me. Think about how you can apply subscription to your business. And in this case, experience is a thing which just happens indefinitely. I wish you good luck. Cheers. Thanks.